I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. In my heart I have but one desire, and that one is you. No other will do. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. Believe me, I don't set the world on fire.
War. War never changes. Since the dawn of humankind, when our ancestors first discovered the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilled in the name of everything from God to justice to simple psychotic rage. In the year 2077, after millennia of armed conflict, the destructive nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of nuclear fire and radiation. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of human history. For man had succeeded in destroying the world, but war never changes. In the early days, thousands were spared the horrors of the Holocaust by taking refuge in enormous underground shelters known as vaults. But when they emerged, they had only the hell of the wastes to greet them. All except those in Vault 101. For on that fateful day, when fire rained from the sky, the giant steel door of Vault 101 slid closed and never reopened. It was here you were born. It is here you will die. Because in Vault 101, no one ever enters, and no one ever leaves.
Let's see. Are you a boy or a girl? It's a boy. A boy. We've got a son, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby boy.
Oh, James. We did it. A son. Our beautiful son.
You've got a bright future ahead of you, son. I'm sure of it. Look at you. Look at you. Hi there. I'm your daddy, little guy. Daddy. You're going to need a name, aren't you? Your mother and I have been talking. What do you think about... That's a good name, don't you think? Fits you perfectly. Looks like they've finished the gene projection. Let's see what you'll look like when you're all grown up. You're going to look a lot like your dad. See that, Catherine?
Oh, oh, very strapping.
It's a big world out there, son, full of all sorts of people. What about you? What kind of person are you going to be? You're just
James?
Catherine?
James.
Catherine! She's in cardiac arrest. Start compressions. Get the baby out of here. Move! Move! 1,000. 2, 1,000. Come on. Hang on, Catherine. Hang on. It's you and me. Okay?
Number one, we need a doctor, not a deadbeat. This one's on the house. Fail to meet my expectations, and there will
Look
be
straight into the light now.
James and his cheery chatter.
Decorations,
May your
just
future be
donating
bright,
employees,
Rosie.
and this place will feel just like Come on over here, son. Come on. Walk to Daddy. You can make it. There you go. My goodness, just a year old and already walking like a pro. Your mother would have been so proud. Listen, kiddo, I know you don't like it when Daddy leaves you alone, but I need you to take care of yourself for a minute. You just stay here while Daddy runs to his office. You'll be okay, pal. I'll be back in a bit. You are quite the little explorer, aren't you? Serves me right for trying to pen you in. Come on over here. I want to show you something. See that? It was your mother's favorite passage. It's from the Bible. Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. She always loved that. All right, come on. Let's go see if your little friend Amada wants to play.
These experiments
Don't be a
are
damn
wasted.
fool. We experiment to prepare. We prepare to survive. course I can see.
Surprise! Stanley, you turned the lights on too fast.
Stay more than
You
once.
blinded the poor kid.
Happy birthday!
Can you believe it? He is growing up so fast.
Happy birthday, pal. I can't believe you're already 10. I'm so proud of you. If only your mother...
Congratulations, young man. I don't have to tell you how special this day is, do I? Down here in Vault 101, when you turn 10, well, you're ready to take on your first official Vault responsibilities. So here you are. As Overseer, I hereby present to you your very own Pip-Boy 3000. Get used to it. You'll be getting your first work assignment tomorrow.
Enjoy your party. You're only 10 once, so have fun.
Happy birthday! We really surprised you, didn't we? Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not to worry. You're so easy to fool. You're welcome. But really, your dad did most of it. I just helped with the decorations and stuff. Hey, I bet you can't guess what I got you for your birthday. Go on, guess. Ha! I knew I'd surprise you. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, Grognak, issue 14, and with no missing pages. I found this in a box of my father's old things. Believe it or not, imagine him reading comic books. I guess everybody was 10 once. Well, I better let you get back to mingling with your guests. We'll talk later, okay? Happy birthday.
Hey, thanks for inviting me. Really cool party and everything. I know that, Butch and I give you a hard time, but you don't take that seriously, right? Anyway, happy birthday and everything. I better get back to, you know.
What, are you two best friends now? Hey, Wally, I think Paul's gone soft on us.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, Paul. Why don't you introduce us to your new best friend?
Who do you mean, Dorkface here? Happy birthday, Dorkface.
Enjoying yourself? I hope you appreciate the effort Amata put into this party. She really seems to like you, for some reason. Don't presume too much on her friendship, young man. I'm still the Overseer, and I'm still in charge of this vault and everyone in it.
Are you having a nice party? 10 years old. My. Seems like only yesterday that your daddy came. Goodness, listen to me ramble. You're waiting for your present, aren't you? Fiddlesticks! What 10-year-old doesn't like presents? I was 10 once, believe it or not. My goodness, the vault was practically crowded back then. Not like today. So few young people now. But here I am rambling on again, and you listening so politely. Here you go. A nice sweet roll that I baked for you just this morning. And it's all for you. No sharing required today.
Attention, everyone! It's time to cut the cake!
Andy, wait! Hey, happy birthday, Liz!
This party's pretty good, I guess. For a little kid. Balloons, party hats. Not as cool as my party, though. Remember how my dad got Andy to do magic tricks? And we all played Hunt the Mutant in the atrium? Oh, right. You weren't invited to my party. Too bad, man. It was really fun.
What are you looking at, Dorkface?
Oh, no.
Allow me to wish you a
Nice party, butthead. Now get lost before I have to make
told
you
you not to act all official. I know you were joking, but I'm not sure.
I'm hungry, and that... Give me that sweet roll you got from old lady Palmer. Don't you talk about my mom, you little punk.
For anyone else.
You're gonna be sorry, you...
Nonsense. People always enjoy my little speeches. Besides, that friend of yours could use a reminder that life is not all fun and
Butch, what do you think you're doing? Leave him alone.
How's it going?
You all right, son? Party, you know,
He didn't hurt you, did he?
You should try it
Thanks for
sometime,
inviting
Daddy.
me to your party.
You might like it.
Get lost, butt breath.
How do you like that Pip-Boy, son? Fit all right and everything? As a matter of fact, I did. I'm glad you like it. Some may think the A series is a bit basic, but I've always preferred them for their reliability. Don't mention it. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Happy birthday! Not much, but I hope you like it.
Are you all right? Is Butch giving you a hard time again? I'm glad to hear it. Once you start letting bullies push you around, you'll never see the end of it. Come on now. I bet there's someone else out there with a present for you.
What's Butch's problem anyway? I can't believe he tried to start a fight at your own birthday party. What a jerk. Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. Do you think we surprised him?
Allow me to wish you a happy birthday.
Thanks for coming, Stanley. I know you were busy with the water purifier. Everything's fine, I hope.
Oh, sure, nothing to worry about.
What?
Me and Andy
Really?
got her
I think we
all
should
fixed
call
up
it
again
off.
last night.
We
Goodness
aren't
knew.
strong enough to
I
whip
wasn't
that
worried.
Hey, how about the
Enjoying
water?
yourself?
Anything, right?
Hey, Doc.
Anyway,
Who wants to
Well,
go
I'll sit
around
down
all
here.
day being called a vote blower?
Thanks. I'll
Sometimes I
send
think
him
you
right
really
down.
are as dumb as you look.
how are you enjoying the
Come on,
party,
Wally.
Mrs. Palmer?
You always have good
I help with
ideas.
the decorations, you know.
Hey, that was Jonas on the intercom. He and I have been cooking up a little surprise present. Jonas is waiting for you downstairs on the reactor level. Go ahead. I don't think anyone will mind if you slip out for a few minutes.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh,
The
really?
Mackers.
They're lovely.
Super cool, right?
You did such a
Jeez, Wally,
splendid
who's
job.
the head of the gang? You or me? No way.
Happy birthday, dearie. My goodness, I hope I didn't miss the party. They sure did. My. 10 years old already? Why, I can remember helping your dad change your diapers. And now look at you, a great big grown-up 10-year-old with your very own Pip-Boy. Since this was such a special occasion, do you know what I did? I wrote you a poem, just for you. I hope you like it. Of course. Run along now, dearie, and have yourself a wonderful birthday.
Hello, Officer Gomez. I'm glad you could make it.
I'm glad to be here. I think it's important to keep in touch with the young people, you know, as part of my job. Plus, well, I like parties.
Sure thing, Officer Gomez.
What are you doing down here, young man? I thought kids weren't allowed down on the reactor level. You sure are. Pip-Boy and everything. Look at that. If you can wait just one more minute, I think your dad will want to give you the surprise himself. Your dad is waiting to give you your present.
Are you ready for your surprise? The Overseer gave you your Pip-Boy, and you're old enough to do some work, so I figure you're old enough for this. Your own BB gun. It's a little old, but it should work perfectly. Jonas found it down here. It was in pretty rough shape. Took us a good 3 months to find the parts to get it working again. You know how tough it is to find a spring that small? Good thing Butch misplaced that switchblade of his. So, what do you think? Want to give it a try? Easy now. It's only a BB gun, but it's not a toy. Let's go try it out. Jonas and I have found a nice spot for you. Follow me.
Or should we just keep it?
Careful, it's a rad roach. Think you can take care of that with your BB gun? Just aim and shoot. You'll be fine. Good work. That's one less rad roach to deal with. Let's get a picture together. Capture the moment. Hey, Jonas, get a picture of me with the big game hunter. Good work. Let's get a picture together.
Smile!
Boys and girls have different parts.
What is their problem
right?
anyway? So, I'm the Overseer's daughter, so what? Like, I get any kind of special treatment.
Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. As far as I can tell, you're a perfectly healthy 16-year-old boy. So yes, you have to go to class to take your GOAT exam. Go on now. You've got a GOAT to take. The Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test, GOAT. Everyone here in the Vault takes it when they're 16. Helps to figure out what sort of a job you'll have here in Vault 101 when you get a bit older. So, pay attention and try not to fall asleep. You know what the Overseer says? We're born in the Vault, we die in the Vault. Each is tested to determine their abilities, that they may work for the betterment of all Vault residents. Huh. Sound familiar? That's not the way it works, and it won't do to go around asking questions like that, especially not around the Overseer. I want to tell you something now. It's important, so listen closely. This place, this vault, it's not perfect, I know, but it is your home. You're safe here. Stay on the Overseer's good side, and you always will be. You understand? You need to appreciate all you have, because what's up there on the outside, that's not the life I want for you. And it's not what your mother wanted for you either. That's what the Overseer says, isn't it? He's not about to let anyone else in, so I guess that's how it'll have to be. You're here now, and it's a hell of a lot better than being up there. All your mother and I ever wanted was for you to be safe, and you're safe here. Your mother, she was beautiful, but beyond the beauty you've seen. There's just so much those old photos can never show. And she was passionate. About life, about love. But most of all, she was passionate about you. When she became pregnant, it was the happiest I had ever seen her. She had great things in mind for you. And so, time for you to stop stalling and get to class. Please, son, please, take these achievement tests seriously. The last thing I need is your mother's ghost haunting me because her only child became a garbage burner. Take care, son. Now get out of here, and good luck.
Good morning. Stopped in to see the old man before... Hey, 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 sport. It's been a while since you stopped in here to see us. It's the big goat
You
day today,
better stay
right?
away. I don't want you to catch what I've got.
Morning, Jonas.
Morning, Doc. How's things?
Have you had a chance to look over these results?
What is it now, sir?
I can show you a real tunnel snake, Amata.
God, Butch, why don't you just leave me alone?
Yeah? What do you want? None of your business, kid. If you mess with the tunnel snakes, you're asking for it. Got me? Maybe you're right. We can deal with her later. Come on, tunnel
God,
snakes.
that's over.
This little bitch isn't worth our time. Whatever you say, Butch. You're the boss. Tunnel snakes rule.
Fine, let's go.
Thanks for getting rid of them. Assholes. I don't know why they won't leave me alone. Just because my father's the overseer, I guess? Idiots.
Well, you made it. All set for the goat? Trust me, it really isn't that bad. Just something everybody has to go through. I'm sure you will, especially since it's multiple choice with no wrong answers. We'll start as soon as everyone's found a seat. Good luck.
Hi, Stanley. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Let's not keep the overseer waiting. Well, now that everyone has managed to find the classroom, we can finally get started. No talking, and keep your eyes to yourselves. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Deloria.
Sure thing, Mr. Brotch.
Unless anyone else has an insightful comment, let's get started. Question 1. A frenzied vault scientist runs up to you and yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response? Question 2. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection in his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor has stepped out for a while. What do you do? Question 3. You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do? Question 4. Congratulations. You've made one of the Vault 101 baseball teams. Which position do you prefer? Question 5. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill another Vault resident. What do you do? Question 6. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed? Question 7. Oh no, you've been exposed to radiation, and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment? Question 8. A fellow Vault 101 resident is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it? Question 9. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking and... Question 10. Who is indisputably the most important person in Vault 101? He who shelters us from the harshness of the atomic wasteland, and to whom we owe everything we have, including our lives. Pencils down, people. That's it. The infamous goat. I'm sure most of you didn't find it so bad. Others, well, there are always openings in the maintenance department. Don't forget to hand in your test before you leave. You don't want to know what happens to people who fail the goat. You can have the rest of the day off to celebrate or to pray as the situation warrants.
Hey there. Hey there.
All finished?
Did you know, due to the threats of radiation,
Here you are, Mr. Brotch. I hope I did okay.
United States will not be
Nothing
habitable
for you
again
to worry about, Miss Almodovar. Let's see. Very well done. Looks like it's the supervisory track for you.
Thanks. See you tomorrow.
Yo, Teach, I'm done.
Ah, Butch. Can I admit that I've been waiting for this day for a long, long time? Allow me to savor the moment. Now then, let's see. Really? Interesting. You've surprised me, Butch. I didn't think you had it in you. Hairdresser. Who would have thunk it?
You're so full of it. That isn't true. I'm all done, Mr. Brotch. I guess. Wait a second. Can I have it back? I think I need to change one of my answers.
Just calm down a minute, Paul. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. Let's see. Yep, just as I thought. You're slated for the engineering track. Congratulations, Mr. Hannon. You've passed the GOAT.
Oh, gee. That's not so bad. Engineering, all right. Snake life forever.
Mother can't wait to find out if I'll be going into science or home economics.
Science. Well, perhaps. Let's see what the GOAT says. Well, well. Maintenance department. I hope your mother will be pleased. I'm sure Stanley will be.
What? That's impossible. I'm telling Father. He won't let you get away with this. Hey.
Well, well. Pip-Boy programmer, eh? Stanley will finally have someone to talk shop with. Yes, it's refreshing to see such, youthful enthusiasm. Good to know that the goat occasionally gets it right. You know what they say about monkeys and typewriters. Well, I'm glad things turned out so well for you. I hope your classmates find their results half as satisfying.
Here. What's this stupid test say I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life?
Now, Susie, is that any way to talk about the infallible goat? You will be... You'll be going into teaching. No doubt due to your gift for communication. Don't worry, it isn't as bad as it sounds.
About what I figured. I guess I'll see you around, Edwin.
I'm finished here.
Don't you want to find out what you got?
Now I already know what it says. Hardly takes a rocket scientist to crack that joke of a test.
Well, I'll be damned. That little so-and-so. Why didn't I think of that when I was 16?
I can't figure out number 5. First, I think I should listen to my grandmother. But then, isn't killing someone wrong? I can't figure out number 5. First, I think I should listen to my grandmother. But then,
Snake life forever.
Daddy's
Mr. Crotch.
here to save you now. Is he?
Get back to work. Selfish and insubordinate.
Wake up! Come
You
on,
need to
wake
know
up!
these things. I'm not going to be around to hold your hand forever.
Come on! You've got to wake up! You've got to get out of here. Your dad is gone, and my father's men are looking for you. He's left the vault. I don't know how, but he's gone. And my father, he's kind of gone crazy. It's Jonas! They killed him! My father's men. They took him and... Oh my God, you have to leave now! Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just sorry you had to find out like this. I know Jonas was your friend. But we've got to go now. My father's men will be here any minute. Not anymore, apparently. But are you honestly telling me you had no idea your dad was leaving? He really didn't tell you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure he had his reasons. Maybe Jonas was supposed to explain everything to you? But it doesn't matter. I can help you escape. I have my own plan. Listen. There's a secret tunnel that leads directly from my father's office to the exit. You'll have to hack the computer in his office to open it. Use these to get into his office. That's how I always get in. Oh, one more thing. I stole my father's pistol. I hope you won't need it, but you'd better take it just in case. Okay, I'll try to meet you at the exit. Watch out for security. Good luck! I'll meet you at the vault door if I can, but don't... wait for me.
There he is. Hold it right there. Criminy, more roaches. There's more where that came from. Get it off me. Get away from me. There he is. Holy smokes, that was close. I knew you'd turn up.
You gotta help me! My mom's trapped in there with the rad roaches! Yeah, I'm asking you. So what? Look, I'm sorry for the way I've always treated you. You know I never meant any of it, right? But it's my mom. Sure, I don't care why. Just get her out of there.
Help me!
Filthy little monster!
Ow, that hurts! What's happening? Ah! Ow! That hurt, you know.
The overseer said there'd be a bonus for whoever brought you in.
Things come from. Oh, I need another drink.
Oh!
Where do they keep coming from? Ha! There's more. Over here.
Let's go back to our quarters.
It's our only chance, don't you see? We're getting out of here, just like the doctor. I'm not gonna let any... It's me!
Tom wouldn't listen to me. You know how he gets. Tom! No!
Any resident found outside his or her quarters will be dealt with severely.
Was sure I heard. Where are you? I'm gonna squish you. Stop in the name of the overseer. Sooner or later.
Oh!
You and your stupid father. He had to go and leave, didn't he? He had to mess things up for everybody.
Buggers! Hold it right there!
I don't know anything!
There he is! That's it, that's it!
Thank you! I told you my father wasn't. You'd better get out of here. I'll try to meet you at the vault door if I don't make it. Good luck.
Oh! Look out! Damn it! I'm hit! Ow! Ah! Guards!
Hold on, Jonas. I need to record this first. I don't really know how to tell you this. I hope you'll understand, but I know you might be angry. I thought about it for a long time, but in the end, I decided it was best for you not to know. So many things could have gone wrong, and there's really no telling how the Overseer will react when he finds out. It's best if he can blame everything on me. Obviously, you already know that I'm gone. It was something I needed to do. You're an adult now. You're ready to be on your own. Maybe someday things will change and we can see each other again. I can't tell you why I left or where I'm going. I don't want you to follow me. God knows life in the vault isn't perfect, but at least you'll be safe. Just knowing that will be enough to keep me going.
Don't mean to rush you, Doc, but I'd feel better if we got this over with.
Okay, go ahead. Goodbye. I love you.
door open now!
You did it! You opened the door! My God, I almost didn't believe it was possible. No, you didn't need me. If anyone can survive out there, it's you. It's tempting, but my place is here. The vault needs me more than you do. I'm the only one who has a chance to talk some sense into my father. Listen, if you do catch up with your dad, tell him I'm sorry for you know, Jonas and my father and everything. Goodbye.
Hold it right there! Turn up sooner or later. Your father betrayed us all! There's more where that came from. Oh! There he is! Out there. I don't care.